So this, we just got to see in real time the way anti-Mormons try and cancel faithful members of the church.
That guy what was his username?
Stolen Valor 1?
No, the guy that posted the critique.
Oh, CAD something like.
Okay, did he respond to Stolen Valor?
No, silence. Absolute silence.
That was Alt F4 right there.
I mean,
he was Alt F4.
That's some real trauma. Like, you should go to therapy for that one. That is traumatic.
It is glorious. They tried to cancel us and failed.
Passion. Be about it all action.
Like a knight in shining armor, a veteran account actually came to our aid, and it is juicy and it is hilarious.
I just think it's the funniest thing to get mad about, because this is like, in our doctrine, this is the most universally unifying thing that we have, right?
Yeah. They hate it because it's working. And I really hope anyone who tries to wear them in public gets bullied as bad as the people driving Cybertrucks. So literal open advocacy for physical violence, harm, and or bullying. The haters just gave us an excuse to put out a coupon code. This video is brought to you by scripturenotes.com. For a free trial to Scripture Notes, please make sure you check out the link in the description. A bunch of anti-Mormon haters tried to cancel the beloved War in Heaven veteran hats, which is kind of a fun gag gift. Yes.
Really? They tried to cancel that? Why?
Okay. Well, look. Well, first off, we both know why. They hate us. They hate us, and they throw 15 sound bites against the wall. Whatever sticks, they latch onto for the next month or two.
Is it because we use child slave labor?
I thought that,
oh my gosh! I thought that was
actually
chill.
all of it is designed and made in California. All right, so hold on a second.
Maybe it's because
that was the iPhone that they used to make that complaint, Jonah.
Yes. Oh, that's brutal.
I think they regret their decision and they wanted to follow the third.
Yeah. So
so they don't want to be a War in Heaven veteran.
Brutal. Okay.
Wow.
Well, guys, everybody, just listen to the end of this video because it is glorious. They tried to cancel us and failed. They tried to cancel the beloved War in Heaven veteran hats and failed. And the story of its failure is so juicy that you will be, it will make your day, because let me tell you, it made mine. So anyway, here's the story of how it happened, guys. Starts on Twitter, like many stories do. I'm just cruising through Twitter and I get this odd alert from a guy. Tell me if you've ever heard his name before. Have you gentlemen ever heard of one guy Incognito on Twitter? Have you heard of one guy Incognito?
I feel like I've seen that name before somewhere.
Okay, cool. So what happened was Guy Incognito sent me a couple of DMs, and I got to tell you, I don't know Guy Incognito from Adam, but I've seen him around the Twitter sphere. So I click on it, and he basically says, I'm actually just going to go back right here and right now to the comments. But he says in the messages, he says, dude, X Mormon subreddit is blowing up over your merch, right? So I'm going to put this on the screen right here so everybody can see it. And he sends me just a bunch of messages of screenshots on X Mormon subreddit. And I say, whoa, really? So I go and I check it out. And upon checking out, I find out, dude, he's right. And they are saying some horrible and some vile things about us. We're going to read some of these comments, okay?
On X Mormon subreddit, they're saying vile things?
Yes.
Weird.
What? But it bled onto my Twitter account. And then, like a knight in shining armor, a veteran account actually came to our aid. And it is juicy and it is hilarious. So I'm going to burn through these really, really quick. But basically, I decided, hey, well, let's take a look at these. What are they saying? And here's just a couple of screenshots. They said the following, and I'm going to have to edit for any children that might be listening or something. But anyway, he says, geez, who the F is buying these? And I really hope anyone who tries to wear them in public gets bullied as bad as the people driving cyber trucks. So like literal, just like open advocacy for physical violence, harm, and or bullying. All right.
Dude,
I mean, I don't like cyber trucks either. But
Oh,
yeah, they have a point actually.
Whoa. Dude, cyber trucks are awesome. I want to like live in a PlayStation 2 if I could.
Yeah, exactly.
Closest I can get to the graphics.
So then here's a couple, another one right here. So disrespectful. I hope it gets the backlash it deserves. Too rude. Shame on them. And then of course, here's the spaghetti.
Hold on, I love it when people say shame on that. Like it just seems so kindergarten, like shame. Like I don't feel shame. Sorry.
Yeah. And then the last one that I'll read is somebody actually seemed somewhat reasonable and says, free enterprise and people monetizing their brand. Would there be outrage if this was an X-Mo prank rather than I'm a faithful spirit that was on the right side during the pre-existence? At which point, Mossy Mollusk says, not the same. X-Mo merch is tied to trauma. We left and are dealing with our trauma pushed on children. This hat, however, is disrespectful to actual veterans and B, cringe as hell, especially when they don't actually follow Jesus's teachings at all.
Wow. Well, how do you argue with that? I mean, such great logic.
So punch a Nazi. It's okay if you punch somebody as long as they're a Nazi. And by the way, my definition of Nazi includes General Petraeus as he walks down the streets of New York because I don't like Republicans. You know what I'm saying? So when
we do pranks, when we do vicious, vile pranks against complete strangers, it's justified because trauma.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
Right? Then it justifies it totally. Okay, all right.
It's justified because trauma. And then the last one is how offensive to people who actually served in the military, signed up to sacrifice their lives so people could do stupid S like this. Gross. Also, says Trollin the Mitten, also racist as F.
What?
So
how is it racist? Why is
it, well, no, it's got to be. I don't know, because it's white lettering or Caucasian lettering. I don't know, a black hat, like whatever. They make and just they just throw spaghetti against the wall. If the racist card sticks, then they keep repeating that one. If the disrespectful to veterans hat starts sticking, they try and use that one, right? So anyway, this is just X Mormon subreddit, though, and let the haters hate. Let everybody have their little corner of the universe where they're welcome with like-minded people. I really don't care. It's when it bleeds over into the middle third and the innocent and we start taking issue, right? So that, unfortunately, is indeed what actually happened. If I actually...
Well, now, okay, hold on. Before you go on, I just want to point out that this is cope, right? Because the hats are awesome and people love them and they're flying off the shelves and they're both funny and true, and that's why they target them. They don't target Saints Unscripted, right?
Yeah.
They're not like angry. Look, I love Saints Unscripted is fine, but they're not angry at those guys. They're angry because our hat is a better idea and a cooler execution than anything they've done, and yeah, they can't deal with it. So first of all, that's why they're attacking. But
also, we've got videos of actual legitimate spiritual conversations that have been generated, as we've talked about on this show, over did you see that episode where the librarian at the LA Central Library asked me about the symbols on the side of the hat?
Me about that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, that's why they hate it. They hate it because it's working. Okay. Scripture Central t-shirts are not causing spiritual conversations.
Maybe this will get them to step up their game.
Yes, exactly. Scripture Central, we will gladly consult you on your merch. Any day of the week. Jack, call us, bro. Call us. We'll talk. I'll take you out to lunch. Not as expensive a lunch as your regular apologist getting that, $4 to $6 million gravy train per year. Take you out to. We'll do it on the poor boys ticket. All right, but
here at WardRadio, we're Taco Bell people. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. We'll give you some solid Taco Bell, bro. Yeah. But so anyway, that's just X Mormon subreddit where they're trolling, but it starts bleeding into, unfortunately, the Twitter account. It overboils from subreddit into Twitter, and here's what starts happening. And it's kind of unfortunate, but one of the first comments is by one Cad Paint that says, disgusting that you use the word #veteran, so disrespectful, #stolen valor. And he tags an account at Stolen Valor 1. Now, do you guys know who at Stolen Valor 1 is?
No.
All right. Well, let me just show you really fast. It's an account that actually tracks claims that people make on social media about whether or not they're veterans or not, and debunks claims of service. And this guy is kind of a little watchdog account. He's a disabled veteran that is totally bipartisan, subscribes to both the Republicans and the Democrats, and has busted everything from the Trump campaign to the Waltz campaign for claims of whether it's staffers or people that endorse him claiming medals they got or didn't got, service they rendered or service they didn't render. So much so, he's been quoted by the New York Times in several articles.
Wow.
Nice.
So yeah, this guy's he's no joke, right? So I respond to the claim, and I would like to think that I did it very kindly, okay? But this is how I responded.
And you then started with a, first off, here's where you're wrong.
No, this is what I said.
You little.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I said. I said, swing and a miss, bro. We designed these satirical hats specifically not to be confused with traditional veteran hats.
That's true.
Yes, both in color scheme, font, and messaging.
That's true.
Yes, it is impossible to humorously invoke the scriptural war in heaven without using militaristic humor, and we would never want to cause purposeful confusion of the ancient biblical / spiritual war in heaven with any physical / current wars. So we went to great lengths to design obvious differences between the two. And then I ended up giving a couple of examples. I said, for example, we modernized the whole hat to look sporty and not classic in font and color. We also did not use the US battle flag, but humorously used the oddly shaped flag of the now defunct Nauvoo Legion, which you guys can actually see right here. We did not use the
other side.
Sorry. The Nauvoo Legion, which you can see right here.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
But humorously used the flag of the now defunct Nauvoo Legion. Sorry, we did not use the traditional ranks, but spelled out first class body recipient. And I also wore this prototype around Los Angeles for 2 weeks as an experiment and was never accidentally confused with a veteran once. If you are offended, I apologize and thank you for your service, but respectfully submit what?
You mean to tell me you weren't able to wear this hat into the Taco Bell and get that veterans discount?
And get the discount.
No free hot dogs on the corner of Times Square. I didn't
What's the point?
Yeah, You'd think. So I said, if you are offended, I apologize and thank you for your service, but respectfully submit you are in the minority on this one and encourage you to enjoy the humorous homage as a compliment if you have indeed served yourself.
That was a very Canadian response.
That
Cardin.
was.
I'm proud of you.
Okay.
Are you sure Brad didn't write that?
Brad, did you write that?
I didn't. In fact, Cardin just got offered Canadian citizenship. Justin Trudeau himself has just sent a letter to Cardin because of that response.
I
believe it.
I will take that. So anyway.
Now that's true. So for people watching, this is true. I made the prototype War in Heaven hat, and I tried to make it just like a veteran hat. And I made it not the sporty wear. I put it in yellow font. I tried to make it as much like a veteran hat as I could. I copied the whole format of what I saw online. And Cardin took that and changed it so that it would be, you'd still get the joke across, but that it would not be, a faux veteran hat. So you're totally right about this. Like, you specifically redesigned it so it wouldn't look like a legit veteran hat. We're not about stolen valor.
If Jonah had been left to his own devices, then
getting that discount at Taco Bell.
Exactly.
I mean, even then, it's so clearly like a war in heaven, right? Like it's a Bible reference. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, it's in the Book of Revelation.
Revelation.
You're right. Like there's no way you can invoke the war in heaven, or frankly, any spiritual war at all, without using militaristic terms and humor. Like even famously Donald Trump Jr. said he was a general in the meme war. Okay, that's not actually, a claim of being,
that is stolen
general.
valor right there.
Yeah.
That is stolen valor.
Well, no, and then famously, who was there was, I think it was Elizabeth Warren, put Sarah Palin in the crosshairs and said she's in the crosshairs. I'm like, that's not a claim of assassociation.
It's Chief Warren to you, okay?
Yes.
It's Chief Elizabeth Warren, all right? She would never steal.
I still don't think I would approve of that one.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like both sides do this where they try and get hypersensitive, and it's unfair. But anyway, so Stolen Valor was tagged, and it's like, oh boy, man, this guy's tagged in the New York Times. What's he going to say? Well, he opined. He weighed in.
This is delicious.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is delicious. Brittany
So
saw
good.
it. Yeah, so here's what happened. Stolen Valor weighs in and he says the following. Agreed in response to my comment. Agreed. I see no issue here. This isn't Stolen Valor in any way, shape, or form. Oh, look at Brad.
Boom.
That was awesome, Brad.
Nice.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fireworks.
Dude,
Fantastic.
so this, we just got to see in real time the way anti-Mormons try and cancel faithful members of the
hold
church.
On. That
Yes.
guy what was his username?
Stolen Valor 1?
No, the guy that posted the critique.
Oh, CAD something like.
Okay, did he respond to Stolen Valor?
No, silence. Absolute silence.
That was Alt
Nice.
F4 right there.
I mean,
he was Alt F4 out there.
That's some real trauma. Like, you should go to therapy for that one. That is
geez.
traumatic.
So,
Got slapped.
so here's the thing is like, Brad, you remember when we first did This Is the Show and we coined a term and there was a term and a tactic that we coined. What was it? It was who are the people that would go and brigade you all the time? The X Mormon subreddit trolls, or the minions. We would call them the minions.
Minions.
And they
something about flying monkeys was
Flying
involved,
monkeys.
I think.
Yeah, you call them flying monkeys. Yeah.
yeah, and they don't
Which is the most charitable thing we've ever said, probably. Huh?
Yes. It's like, it's literally like the Wizard of Oz. There's the Wicked Witch of the West, and she stirs up the anger of the flying monkeys. She points where to go. That used to be the old trick, is that John DeLynn and Jeremy Reynolds, they would never want their hands on anything, but they'd say, oh gosh, I wish people cared about the X because so-and-so is offending the X. And then all of a sudden the flying monkeys would just start going in the air and then starting to attack X, right?
I didn't even understand that.
Yeah, that was
Really?
you didn't get that until now?
No, I didn't. I was like, flying monkeys, I guess. Like, I remember those being a bad thing in The Wizard of Oz, I think. But
No, it's because always the Wicked Witch of the West was like, well, my pretty has taken my boots. What shall I do? What shall I do? And then all of a sudden the flying monkeys are trying to find the girl with the boots, Judy Garland.
They all
with the
start
boots,
hopping
right?
up and down.
They all start hopping up and down. So this is what they do, is they hate something and they loathe it because that something is good or funny or simply exists, okay? And then they throw spaghetti at the wall as to what tactic, what soundbite could be used to destroy this. And then whatever soundbite sticks, the flying monkeys take it and they attack. The subreddit minions attack, okay? But when actual third-party people get involved and see what's going on, this one was so juicy.
That's
it was
so
juicy. All right.
That's so good.
And so we got defended, for lack of a better term, by said Stolen Valor. So you know what we're doing? I just clicked on his account. And this is what I want everybody to do. It seems like this guy does good work. And apparently he's all volunteer. He's a disabled veteran that just kind of it takes requests and does what he can on the side. And you can buy him a cup of coffee. There's kind of like this little mini GoFundMe, which is buy me a coffee, which is kind of it's like cool. Like we use Venmo. He uses buy me a coffee /Stolen Valor. So if you appreciate what Stolen Valor did to help out WardRadio and faithful members that love having a sense of humor about the Bible and the book of Revelation and the doctrine of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, make sure you check out Stolen Valor and you buy him a copy. And now, thank you.
A copy?
or no, sorry, buy him a coffee. Yeah, which or the monetary equivalent of a coffee. And also, now we have to do something. The haters just gave us an excuse to put out a coupon code and say, I don't know, like they've given us an opportunity here to do something hilarious. We can now offer a coupon code for merch to say, like, if you survived the first cancellation, you know what I'm saying? Go to, what did you say we should call the coupon code, babe? What should we call the coupon code?
Try harder or...
Well, not today, Satan.
Oh yeah, not today, Satan was another one.
Brad, you're good at this. You're a marketing guy. I want to give a coupon code to anybody now that wants to buy a War in Heaven veteran hat now. I'm going to make a coupon code just celebrating that this just happened. You know what I'm saying? That they
you
just
should make another hat, War on Twitter veteran or something.
Or just 2/3 club. I don't know.
2/3 club. Okay. So I don't know how we're going. 2/3. We would have to spell it out.
Yeah.
So you know that's what we're going to do. We're going to call it the 2/3 club.
That's funny.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I like it. That's good.
The name of the coupon code to receive 10% off of your War in Heaven veteran hat is spelled out, not with letters, 2/3 club 10. And you'll get 10% off of any actually probably anything in the store, I think. I'm still getting new to this coupon code thing. But yeah, this made my day. What do you guys think? What do you all think?
I just think it's the funniest thing to get mad about, because this is like... In our doctrine, this is the most like universally like unifying thing that we have, right? Yeah, everybody chose the same thing. We all wanted to come here and have this opportunity to have this experience and see if we would choose to become like Christ. So we all, literally everyone here with the body, chose to follow God, right? This is, how do you make that divisive? Like,
yeah.
For anybody watching who doesn't know this part of our doctrine in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we believe the war in heaven was a war of ideas that we had before we came to earth, and that everybody on earth chose to come here. We were on the winning side of that war. The losing side of that war was cast out with the devil. And so every person you meet, the person who cuts you off without using their blinker, and your ex-wife, and everybody you meet at one point was on board with Jesus Christ's plan to come down here and get a body. It's the most unifying and egalitarian doctrine ever. There's no exceptions. Every person ever born was part of this team, and couldn't be a better doctrine to have. And here they're trying to make some offense out of it. It's a great point, Brad.
And note about the third part, not necessarily a numerical third like 33%, just a third part. We don't know how big it was. Could have been the size of Kansas.
And this is all biblical, by the way. Like this, it's like Revelations 12, 7 through 10. Yeah, it's Revelations 12, 7 through 10. Now, a lot of it is spoken of figuratively, where it says like the great dragon was cast down and 1/3 the host of heaven went with him, and so on and so forth. And you have to come
Which is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. You have to come from the understanding that the dragon referred to is Lucifer and or Satan or the devil, the deceiver, all of the different titles that he is given. And the good news is, oh man, stolen valor, it does not end there. It does not end there.
Really?
Take a look at stolen prophetic priesthood. Here's a picture of Russell M. Nelson cited. He's seen live in the streets of, I don't know if that's Tokyo or where, but he's wearing a snapshot right there of the War in Heaven. And here's Gordon B. Hinckley. Gordon B. Hinckley.
Goodness.
Still alive, apparently, flying a helicopter. A Boeing 757.
I couldn't see these at first to see just how poorly photoshopped these are.
This isn't Photoshop, Brad.
Photoshop, what are you talking about, Brad?
Yeah, not photoshopped at all. Yeah.
Dude, no way. This is 100% legit. That's a small kid this was the son of Jim Bennett traveling with the choir at Tabernacle Square for one of their international trips, just snapped this picture. We all thought that he passed away, but he actually just secretly went emeritus to spend more time with his family. And in retirement, Gordon B. Hinckley is what do they call the co-pilot? The deadhead? Or is co-piloting? No, the third one's called the deadhead. He's the one that sits there and just like falls asleep half the time. But he is co-piloting
all right,
Boeing 757s. Oh, geez, you're brutal, babe. You're absolutely brutal. So anyway, the name of the hat is the War in Heaven Veteran hat. We've got a hilarious new coupon coming out. 2/3 Club 10. It'll be in
10 spelled out, no numbers.
No numbers spelled out. I think it's going to have to be all caps. So 2/3 10. I'm going to put 10 of those coupons in the Ward Radio store. So if the first 10 people to use 2/3 10 on their next
Club. 10.
2/3 Club 10.
And the 10 is the number.
And the 10 is the number. Yeah. Yes. Will receive 10% off their order. So anyway, anything else to say before we go? No?
It's an excellent hat.
We're going to want to put the actual code in post so that people see how to spell it out.
Good call, Brad.
The coupon code will be in the description. Yes, you're right. The coupon code will be in the description. All right. Thank you, guys.
I just think that's so funny that people tried to cancel over the War in Heaven veteran hat. Like
anything. They'll just pick anything to get mad about.
You are looking to be offended. If that's the kind of thing that makes you mad, you are absolutely looking to be offended.
And in their pursuit of canceling it, they actually just promoted it even more. So
that's true. Good
and
point.
Validated it from the Stolen Valor guy.
Yeah,
that's true. And also, we should say, we love our veterans. My grandfather was a veteran. We love our veterans. We're grateful for the service that you provide. We all benefit from the sacrifices that they make, and they deserve that valor. And we're grateful to all of them. So,
yeah, excellent. So, guys, as we said before, and we say always, thank you very much for your service. If you indeed are a veteran of service to our country or any country, because we know
even Canada.
Yeah, even Canada. Yes.
We can edit
My grandpa's a Canadian veteran.
All right.
Really?
God.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Good for him. Good for him. Solid ally for, at least 100 years. So anyway, yes, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, for this and more, please check us out at WardRadio.com.
Passion, be about it all action.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. We assume if you made it this far that you liked our content, so please make sure you like this video and you share it with your friends. Now, in order to keep this content flowing freely, we need your help. If you're a person of means, please check us out on Venmo, the CashApp, or Zelle and consider a direct contribution to the channel. Or you could always go to WardRadio.com and sign up for our newsletter there and receive all of our latest Ward Radio news articles directly to your inbox. And while you're there, maybe consider purchasing some merch. We have some really cool hats, some really cool shirts, so you can strut your stuff and support the channel that way. Or if you're a kind of person that wants to just help out with some of the equipment in the studio, we have an Amazon wish list linked in the description as well. And don't forget scripturenotes.com. You have to read your scriptures daily, and scripturenotes.com is frankly the coolest way to study your scriptures, and they're a very generous sponsor of this channel. So please consider a free trial with scripturenotes.com. The link to Scripture Notes will also be in the description of this video. Either way, whether you're pressing this little button right here to subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends, or whether you are actually hitting this button right here just to watch another video, we look forward to seeing you in the next program.